This is the Financial Freedom Pod. I'm Bruce Whitfield. Going off piste a little bit this week, we're going to get lessons from the world of sport when it comes to investing. And Roger Federer, one of the nicest human beings in professional sport in the world, has got a lot of time to think nowadays, Warren Ingram, because he's not bashing balls around and trying to take out Rafael Nadal and all of the upstarts who are coming in to try and steal the accolades for the future. But he's been thinking, I think, quite deeply about the world and has come up with a really poignant point in terms of how to become a tennis champion that actually has very strong parallels in the world of investing.
In the world of investing and potentially for life, we realize now that he's kind of become more open about his career, that he's really has a deep understanding of what he did well, and over his career, which he worked out, I think it's over 1,500 professional singles tennis matches. He won 80% of those. And when you go and analyze, or when he went to analyze the number of points that he won, the interesting thing was he only won 54% of his points. And I think that there is a real lesson there. Number one, the very best, and he would qualify as, if not the greatest tennis player of all time, he will be one of the very best. The very best can only outplay their opponents day by day or point by point 54% of the time. However, they stay consistent, they stay patient, and they get to win 80% of their matches. And winning 80% of their matches translates to all-time great success. And that's the key, is he's not aiming for perfection. He thinks aiming for perfection, whether it's in tennis or business or life, is really a lousy thing to do. And I tend to agree with him. Because the people that do that, and I'm going to be controversial here, they're called Nick Kyrgios. That's a tennis player, Bruce, and he goes for the he goes for the all-time great shot. He goes for the stylish shot. He goes for being extravagant and flashy and incredible and admired, and he's not going to ever be one of the all-time greats. He might one day win a big championship, and that'll be great, but he will never be one of the all-time greats. It's already too far along in his career for him to achieve that, because he's not consistent, because he goes for winners all the time and focuses on the extraneous stuff, not on tennis.
You know how much I like talking about sports, especially the real detail of leagues and other things sporty. But let's bring it back to the world of investing, because the Federer effect here that we're bringing into the world of investing is very much what Warren Buffett is. There's so many Buffett quotes, but he goes, you just got to get more things right than you get wrong. And over time, with the power of compounding, which we've discussed on a recent episode, you begin to develop a track record of growth. You don't have to be winning every minute of every single day. You can sometimes back a loser, and that's okay. Just don't do it too often.
Yeah, and Sir John Templeton was a very well-known investor, a big firm named after him, and he calculated over his career that he thinks he made 51% of his decisions were good and 49% were bad. And by no means was he a bad investor. He was a brilliant investor. And I think the trick, and to bring it back to the money decision, is make decisions consistently, be consistent, and then don't allocate so much of your money to one very big decision that actually could blow up your portfolio. What you want to do is take a view. So if you believe that stock markets are going to do well, but bond markets are going to do badly, don't go and put all of your money into the stock market and go and borrow money and put that into the stock market and then borrow money to profit off the falling bond market. Because what happens if all of that doesn't work out? So a bit of diversification, a bit of consistency, spreading your money around so that you make money even if your views are wrong, that for me makes sense. That's the Roger Federer way. That's where you get to be right 54% of the points, but 80% of the matches.
What wisdom! What wisdom indeed. Warren Ingram is a certified financial planner, an avid sports fan.